pizza standard time? Is it just pizza time or pizza standard? Is it still pizza standard time, or have we moved into? Have we moved out of pizza standard time, or are we in pizza time? Or wait, is it pizza savings time or pizza standard time? It's kind of nice how the pizza box keeps your lap nice and warm, especially in outer space. Wow, it seems like I stumbled into a conflict here. One of you ordered a medium pizza for this huge group? If they're fighting now, all these guys with one pizza, that's gonna be trouble. Oh, gosh, so much fighting. Someone's got the hangries. It is customary to tip.
He knows he's supposed to be at the studio, not in outer space, right?
That looks like a green screen.
I don't. Okay, well, he'll figure it out, right?
Yeah, surely. Yes, I have faith that he will.
Okay.
Until then, why don't we just get right into it, Steve? Does that sound good?
It does, Alana.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Our first presenter is actually one of my personal favorite streamers. She goes by Sweet Anita, and she's a Twitch streamer and ambassador from England.
Hi, I'm Sweet Anita, and I'm presenting the award for Training Grounds. This is the award for games that give people a chance to practice how to play before jumping into a campaign or a multiplayer match. It's so that people can hone their skills and improve in their own time outside of a regular tutorial. Training grounds are really important for all gamers with disabilities because they allow for experimentation. Players can figure out different ways of conquering the barriers of the game through assistive technology and take time to configure all of the available options. Here are the nominees.
And the nominees are Halo Infinite, 343 Industries, Xbox Game Studios. Monster Hunter Rise, Capcom. Back for Blood, Turtle Rock Studios, Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment.
Hi, I'm David Ellis, Senior Designer on the Academy for Halo Infinite. I want to thank Alana and Steve and everyone who has helped bring the Accessibility Awards into existence.
Fortune favors the brave. Join us now. Crypto.com.
Ziploc is designed to store fresh dumplings, so you can unlock long-distance traditions. Ziploc, unlock life.
S.C. Johnson.
Be the hero of our own story. So once again, I want to thank the Accessibility Awards for raising awareness to everyone in this industry who works hard day in and day out to help everyone be the hero of their own story. Thank you.
Steve, I made the decision not to watch any acceptance speeches that we received until now, and I'm now thinking that it's going to hit me pretty hard emotionally. Can you support me through this, please? At least I have pizza.
I don't plan on supporting you at all, and I'm in fact going to mock you whenever you have feelings.
I get that vibe. I get that vibe. Yeah, it makes sense. No, Halo Infinite is awesome. The training grounds is super important for a bunch of reasons. Like that's something where players can go into a safe environment, like he said, and actually test things out, learn how to play certain things, learn how to reconfigure controls. There are so many ways that training grounds are really important, and I implore any studios watching to please consider putting them in your games.
Yeah, it's unfortunate we don't do training grounds in every video game, and it's one of those that I don't understand why there isn't at least some small optional tutorial / training ground area. Training grounds are very important for gamers with disabilities to be able to test out features, button sets, and allow for presets in the game before it actually matters. So if you're able to go out and see that a button combination won't work, you'd rather do that in a training area than when everybody might yell at you for pushing the wrong button. I think all studios should allow those kind of options.
I can't believe that was not scripted.
It was not. It was not scripted.
He was so eloquent.
It's almost like that's why you hired me.
No, again, it's the good looks.
Okay, right.
Who are you kidding?
All right, fine. All right, we'll just go on now because I'm going to blush live on television. Our second presenter is Jay Justice, who identifies as a queer, disabled, black superhero. Jay is an editor, consultant, cosplayer, and advocate, joining us from New York City.
Hi, I'm Jay Justice, accessibility consultant and developer, and I am presenting the award for Peer Assistance. This is an award for games that allow players to bring in a friend to help them with any pesky challenges that they can't or don't want to complete alone. We all need a friend to lean on every now and then, and games that let us do this can be especially important for all gamers with disabilities who find that they need a little help with a particular mechanic or quest. Here are the nominees.
And the nominees are It Takes Two, Haze Light Studios, Electronic Arts.
All right. Oh God. Hurry. Go.
Age of Empire 4, Relic Entertainment, World's Edge, Xbox Game Studios. Back for Blood, Turtle Rock Studios, Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment.
If we're gonna do this, then let's do it.
And the winner is... It Takes Two!
Hello, me and the team want to thank for the Peer Assistance Award from the Accessibility Awards. We're very happy with this award. Of course, this is an extra special award because we can include people that normally can't play game to play our games, and hopefully we can do more of that in the future. And I see in the industry it's happening more and more, so I'm really happy for this. Thank you very much.
Steve, I love him so much. I love him so much. I can't.
He's just a nice person in general. Other than trying to murder me one time, good guy, really nice guy.
What?
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's a minor thing. The lawyers will take care of it. You know.
Okay.
I was actually pulling very hard for It Takes Two. We're not allowed to vote. We're not allowed to have any influence on the awards.
No
but
votes.
It Takes Two. No votes. No votes at all.
I actually don't like to let Steve have opinions in general. I try to keep those.
No. Whenever
down.
I try to talk, she's all like, "You go to the back of the corner," and I'm like, "All right, sorry."
Those down.
It was a great game. You and I were talking about playing it. Our friend Bruce Green asked if he could play with us. I ended up playing all the way through it with my friend Guy. It's a great game, not only because of the fact that they cared about the game and to make such a stunning example of a video game, but also because they genuinely care. I reached out to them through a simple means of a tweet asking them to increase their mouse sensitivity so that I would be able to play the game just as a normal, ordinary, disabled gamer. And within 48 hours, they had that sensitivity upped to a level that I was able to play. So shout out to them for caring. They really do.
I mean, it's also, it's cleaned up at a bunch of award shows. Obviously, it's won a bunch of Game of the Year awards. I'm so impressed by the design. I spoke to somebody about it at DICE and was like, how did you make this game? Because it's like a million different video games in one in a way that's so impressive. And their answer is basically, yeah, we just planned it out. That never happens in game development. It doesn't happen.
Planning things.
We had meetings and we planned it out and we did it. Unheard of. It doesn't happen. It's so impressive.
I just figured it out. Planning things and having meetings is how you get things to go on the first take. I just figured it out. Next year, planning.
We'll figure it out. We did not have enough meetings for the
More
show.
meetings, yes.
Next up, we have one of our favorite people on the planet. You might recognize him from a little film named Free Guy. That's right, the one and only Jacksepticeye.
Oh my God, that's the right person.
I tricked. See, it was a trick. He is.
Why?
It was a trick. Jokes aside, he's an Irish YouTuber / clothing brand owner / coffee company owner, and another one of our wonderful award presented. Here's Jack / Sean.
Hi, I'm Jacksepticeye. inventor of coffee, and I'm here to present the award for AI assistance. This is the category for games that can detect when players are struggling with something and provide them with some handy assistance so that they can progress. This AI assistance is especially important for those people with disabilities who may not be able to play without these vital assistive options. Here are the nominees.
And the nominees are Forza Horizon 5, Playground Games, Xbox Game Studio.
Bienvenidos a Mexico!
Far Cry 6, Ubisoft Toronto, Ubisoft. Psychonauts 2, Double Fine, Xbox Game Studios.
And the winner is Forza Horizon 5.
So unfortunately, Playground Games were the only studio we weren't able to get an acceptance speech from in time. I slid into their DMs. I mostly sent out emails for the other studios. For Forza, I was like, let me just slide into the DMs, see how it goes.
So you're in their DMs and everyone else is playing the game. Gotcha.
Yes, it didn't work out. Potentially my bad. Also, do you think he really had that written on his hands?
I really wonder what kind of great improv actor also invents coffee and hands. That's amazing.
Too talented. Too talented. Before we move on, did also want to mention that for anyone who would like closed captions, we do have the option for you to have closed captions on the stream. And of course, if you would like to watch the stream with ASL, you can go to twitch.tv/DeafGamersTV.
Great point.
But back to Forza. I feel like the Forza Horizon series, especially the newest Forza, has done such a fantastic job in terms of accessibility. It got recognized from a lot of different websites, from a bunch of our friends in the accessibility space also recognized Forza. Steve, do you have any insight on Forza? Okay. Well.
No. So, you know, the thing about Forza is it's always been a progress in what can be achieved in accessibility. So first they had the ability to hold down gas pedal, then it was automatically brake, then it was to steer, and then it was to do all these things combined. And it's the progression of accessibility that has always impressed me with them. Now, sometimes they've backslid a little bit, and some of their games have become less accessible, and then they hear about it from their audience, and they're reminded why it's important, and then they up their game again. And I think that is an important feedback loop, why it's important for you, the viewer, to reach out through Twitter, Instagram, My Little Pony, Carrier Pigeon. I don't know how you... whatever you have to do, go to MySpace. Go to Napster.com. Are we allowed to say that?
LimeWire is apparently making a comeback.
Yeah. That's how you should get a hold of Forza, apparently, because the way we did it didn't work. So go to LimeWire. Tell them that accessibility is important.
So what you're telling me is I should yell at people on the internet?
It seems to work for everybody but us, yeah.
I actually have seen, obviously Elden Ring. A lot of people talking about Elden Ring right now. FromSoft games traditionally not at all accessible, unfortunately. They are not good in terms of accessibility. A lot of players having a lot of issues, and I've noticed a lot of players right now, there's a whole bunch of Reddit threads about a lot of people getting motion sick playing Elden Ring. That is an accessibility issue. There are a lot of accessibility issues that might pertain to you that you would consider yourself. They don't, but yeah, motion sickness is absolutely an accessibility issue. I encourage you to talk about it so developers can get that feedback and make more games accessible going forward. It's good for everybody, even if you don't want to use the accessibility options. Why not let other people use them,
Amazing. You mean other people can use options that I don't need and I can still enjoy the video game?
That's what I'm saying, Steve.
What?
Yes.
Have you ever tried putting that opinion on the internet? I can't even get through that sentence.
Would rather die.
Yeah.
In any case, should we maybe check in on Zach? Has anybody seen him? Anyone?
Zach.
It's really, really nice that even though this is a dungeon, they had a ramp. Wait, is that... So you're fighting not with your boyfriend, but with your boyfriend as a weapon? Oh, it's a spouse joust. They say that love hurts, but I don't think they meant that you were actually going to be using your spouse as a sword. Whoa! Watch where you swing that boyfriend, lady. Maybe it's my inability to become a weapon that's been holding me back romantically. Does anyone want to shove my leg into anything and see if it's sharp? If you want to pick me up and swing me around, I'm available. I'm single with pizza ready to be used as a blunt object. Modern dating just confuses me.
We didn't hire him to do that.
That's not how legs work.
He's not here to talk about his dating life. He's supposed to be delivering pizzas to nominees, and now he's in a dungeon trying to date.
Proposition our audience?
Are we allowed to do that on Twitch?
If you want to at Zach Anners, you can get a date with his leg, I guess. Have fun with that. I'm gonna keep the show moving before we get pulled off.
Nice.
I did it. Our next presenter goes by Nega Oryx. She's a streamer, host, voice actor, and a really great friend of mine. She's potentially best known for her viral videos, scolding rude trolls while absolutely slaying as killer in Dead by Daylight. Here's Em Montgomery.
Hi, I'm Em Montgomery, although you may know me better by my online handle Nega Oryx, and I'm presenting the award for Ability to Bypass. This award is for a game that allows players to skip cutscenes or those dreaded QuickTime events or anything, really, so they can just keep playing. Ability to Bypass is designed for gamers with disabilities who may not have the ability to conquer a certain challenge or mechanic. Here are the nominees.
And the nominees are Life is Strange, True Colors, Deck 9, Square Enix. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Insomniac Games, Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Oh, the dimensions are weakening considerably.
Unpacking, Witchbeam, Humble Bundle.
And the winner is Life is Strange, True Colors.
Thank you so much, Able Gamers, Alana, and Steve. It's an honor to accept this award on behalf of the Life is Strange True Colors team. I am so proud to have worked on a game that could be nominated for and even win a Video Game Accessibility Award. Life is Strange True Colors is a story about a woman who doesn't process emotions the way others do, and her journey to find human connection and community. So it's especially meaningful to know that our game has helped to foster community and connection in the real world by striving to reach and welcome disabled gamers. Thank you to everyone who worked so hard to make our accessibility features a reality, especially Madeline Tate, our producer in charge of accessibility, Abigail Flores, and all of our creative partners at Square Enix, and Todd Bollinger, Tom Marnell, and the rest of our wonderful programming team. Thank you again for this award.
Hey, Dad.
Can we still offer golf tomorrow?
Yeah, rematch. Get out of the way.
I can't. My ball's right there.
Hey, guys. Haven, I need you.
You got it.
How's school? Good.
You're almost on the green.
I am on the green, Papa.
You are?
Oh. Moving along with the fun. That's our way to play. Nintendo Switch.
Well, the truth of it is, Alana, I could not have picked between these three. I'm glad we didn't have to vote. I'm glad we didn't have to argue. They're all great. They all allow you to bypass. And I think, by and large, whether you are physically disabled, cognitively disabled, you're a deaf gamer or a blind gamer, the ability to get past an obstacle that you just can't figure a way around, or you don't want to because you want to do it yourself, you don't want to ask someone else for help, the ability to bypass it, that's one of the best accessibility options there are.
Absolutely, yeah, it's super important. It's also something that whenever I've had a prompt come up and be like, would you like to skip this? I always am like, thank you. I would like to skip this. I'm very bad at platforming. Get me out of here.
You know, I mean, Netflix lets us do it to the commercials, so why not Wait, are we supposed to say that with sponsors? Yeah, don't skip your pizza.
Never skip your
everybody.
Also, while we had some time with Nega Oryx, who obviously presented that award, she is a very big fan of Dead by Daylight, so we decided to sit down with some other friends who are also big into that particular game.
Yeah, we wanted to highlight a game that has done a great job in terms of improvement. So being maybe they started out not so great, maybe they got some feedback from the community. It's something we'll go more into in the video.
Yeah, well, let's jump right into it. Okay, hello, welcome everybody. Who's joining me today? Should we go down the list? I'm Alana.
I'm Edgar. Hi.
Where's the list?
It would be on Discord, the Discord order of the list.
Oh,
It'd be you.
Wait, it's on a different PC. Hold on.
It's you, buddy.
I think
Oh, hi, I'm Jason.
Oh my gosh. Hi, I'm Nega Oryx.
Today we are playing Dead by Daylight, which I am playing on an ultra-wide monitor, which apparently is not very compatible, and I apologize for that. But Steve and I wanted to shout out a game that has made some pretty impressive strides from where it started out in terms of accessibility. So Steve, how did Dead by Daylight start out, / all of you, when it comes to accessibility? Like, what was the initial reception as very big Dead by Daylight players?
Yeah, Dead by Daylight was largely not considered a very accessible game. In fact, it's sort of lauded as being very inaccessible to a large portion of the disability audience. And, you know, one of the cool things along the way was that Reddit came along to let people have a voice to say, hey, we need to, you know, kind of work on this a little bit more.
What's happening to me?
I got it.
What?
You're being electrocuted.
Did you do that?
Yes,
Steve?
I'm good.
Steve?
Yeah. Listen.
I'd just like to say, Steve, I feel like that's the only story I've ever heard someone tell where the moral of the story was Reddit did a positive thing.
Yeah.
It happens once every 17 years.
From what it looks like, last year they basically overhauled a whole bunch of stuff and improved a bunch of accessibility options. So we kind of wanted to highlight, you know, that you can do that years after a game comes out and that you should strive to do that and include more players. So what are some of the new accessibility options we got going on?
I mean, there's definitely a couple things. One that I think the community was asking for forever, and I know y'all can back me up on this one, but there was one killer going up against them, Doctor, who people just straight up had to drop out of matches. Like, they would load in, see it was the Doctor, and have to DC, and then they would receive disconnection penalty from it because his ability include like these sort of shockwave visuals that were triggering for epilepsy, and there was no way, absolutely no way, to opt out of seeing it. If you got paired against this killer, that was just it. And finally they listened to player feedback and they changed it without changing his kit in a way that like negatively impacted people who played him. And I think that was such a great example of, you can listen to the community and, you know, make changes that make it better and more accessible for others without it doing what so many people fear, which is like hampering the gameplay at large, because it really didn't affect his gameplay, you know.
The colorblind was huge too. I think, like, I know I had a friend who couldn't see like auras like of players, which you know is kind of important, especially as a killer, like being able to see like kind of where all the generators are. Like,
yeah, when the colorblind options came out, that was like just so unanimously loved. Because there's even like the perks and everything that like highlight generators and things, and you're right, like you couldn't be able to, like, certain people couldn't see.
Steve!
Yes, how are you? Can I help you?
Steve, okay, so I do not have the updated wiggle, which is the most recent accessibility update, is that you don't have to mash multiple keys, which I currently do. And that's a thing that's really important to me personally in terms of accessibility. So that update I think just came out this week, where they basically reduced inputs, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's
I still got away. Get away from me. Get away from me.
Oh no. It's been a thing that's been really transformational for a lot of people. Actually, the first time that Jason ever reached out to me to play just as friends, I was like, well, I'm not sure I can do Survivor because you have to hit your keys A and W back and forth, or whatever you have them bound to, AD. And it was kind of difficult. And he was like, hey, you want to play? And I was like, well, I don't think I could do Survivor, bud. And that was kind of an impediment to us being able to play together. And I think a lot of people have that same frustration sometimes with video games, where someone will reach out and say, hey, you want to do this? And you have to send kind of back a frustrating, hey, I'd love to, but I can't. And so, this was kind of cool to be able to, change that up. I mean,
Are you chasing me, Steve? Am I being chased by you right now?
I'm walking towards you very slowly.
What if you didn't? What if you went elsewhere?
Alright, I'm gonna go check out this incredibly adorable ambulance. Looks very cute.
Oh my god, this is so creepy down here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Edgar's old office.
Whoa. Oh no.
Hey, buddy. Hello.
That sounds like a friend.
Very rude of you, sir.
Listen, I just wanted to say you're on the hook. No, but, the colorblind options were great, and a huge option for DVD. And, one of the things I really wanted to bring together three of the biggest DVD players, is really sort of talk about, how did that affect your communities? When they started adding these things, was it mostly positive? Did you deal with a couple of trolls who were like, who cares? What was really the pulse of the community from your viewpoints?
I feel like, with the exception of maybe a couple of people just being trolls.
Not again, Steve. Not again.
It was just
no.
universal.
No, Steve, spawn. Sorry. Keep going.
All the options that they kept, and they would tier them in. I remember each time one would come out, it was just, like I said, everyone seemed to love it. I think they did the hook struggle first, and then the wiggle meter. And I don't know, it was kind of neat, honestly, seeing, just everyone being just so smitten with how the options were being added, and then now it's a completely different experience for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like Steve said, he's able to play Survivor and stuff because you don't have to jam on the keyboard.
Again, though, interesting that he's not. That's just worth thinking about. He still chose to not be Survivor today, didn't he?
Still being a killer. Yeah.
He just wanted to beat me.
Explain that, Steve.
I will say something that, it was very emotional, if I'm being honest. There were so many people lurkers even, whose names I didn't recognize from being chatters, but who had been longtime community members, came out of the woodwork to kind of say, this is the first time I've been able to play this game. I've been watching you stream this game for a year now, and oh my god, I finally get to play. And that was beautiful. Just seeing the pure joy from people's reactions, but it was also really eye-opening in the sense that there were so many people that I was aware at large there are members of the Dead by Daylight community that want to play the game and can't, but it's so different hearing from people directly, hearing people say, I've sat on the sidelines and watched you enjoy this for a year, and I haven't been able to participate, and now I finally can.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I felt very surprised. I don't think I got any trolls with any kind of negativity. It was largely us just celebrating and also just cheering each other on. Every time somebody would say, oh my god, I finally get to play Dead by Daylight, at least 5 or 6 people were adding them in the chat saying, I'm so happy for you, welcome, let us know if you want someone to practice with, which was really nice.
I actually think it's pretty rare these days. I'm not sure why I just thought of this, but the fact that they not only have added all these different accessibility options and things, but with how long the game's been out too.
Yeah.
It's been a ongoing thing.
Yeah, it really was last year from my perspective that they, probably not even my perspective factually, it was last year that they really got it together and
it's been out since what, 2016?
Yeah, it's been a while, which is awesome. And I feel like that's such a good reason to talk about the game is just because you didn't have it on launch doesn't mean that you can't now, you know, like for any devs who happen to be watching this. Just because you didn't do it initially doesn't mean you can't iterate on that and give your game more longevity and open it up to even a new audience right now. And it's not a small audience either. It's a lot of people. So I think it's something that is totally worth doing, even if it's 10 years later. It's still going to be important to players.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Oh,
Alana.
Oh, we back?
Hey.
I'm just trying to see if there's pizza in...
It's a prop, Alana. For goodness sake, we're trying.
Oh my god!
Oh,
but I just...
It's not.
What? You know,
Broke the
I can
set.
smell it, and I'm just trying to...
Pizza paid for that. You're gonna have to pay him back.
Pizza, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this one's heavy, Steve. It's heavy.
Uh-huh.
It's heavy.
And there's a raccoon in there.
Oh my god.
Oh, you found the jackpot.
We found the pizza.
Look at you.
I'm taking it. I'm my own boss. Nobody can tell me that I can't eat. Nobody's
literally
allowed.
Just did. I just told you.
No, you don't count.
It's not.
No.
It's not.
No. I'm not having it.
Okay.
Also, I'm still pretty sure that you did that Dead by Daylight video just so that you could repeatedly murder me.
I did not murder you, for the record.
You actually didn't. It was very polite of you, but I hadn't played that game in a really long time, and I had forgotten all of the controls, so I was mostly just very scared of Steve while trying to have a really serious conversation. It went great. It went great.
Yeah, you know, the thing about accessibility in Dead by Daylight, we could have featured a bunch of different games here. One of the main reasons why we decided on Dead by Daylight was simply, you don't have to include everything at launch. Now, not all studios are really, really good at listening to their communities. They're not necessarily great at hearing the feedback from the community. You know, Alana's got to get involved in some. I've had to get involved in some. Sometimes you need a champion to get their attention. And we're trying to make that less so. We're trying to make it so that anybody can reach out and say, hey, this needs to be more accessible. That's part of what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, you do have to advocate for yourself as well, and if you can't, let us know. We'll advocate for you. That's what we're here to do. But they did do a really, really good job of, progressively updating on a lot of accessibility features with Dead by Daylight specifically. And I think like the coolest part of that video is hearing Nagaorix talk about how certain members of her community were slowly able to join the game as they added more options and how emotional that was. And that's like such a testament to why this is so important.
It's a huge testament, and it's also a great opportunity to bring up that there are still people in the Dead by Daylight community who feel that the accessibility has not reached them yet, and it's an art in progress. It's something that continues to need addressed, and it should be in every game where you don't just stop at one particular percentage of the disability community. Continually reach out to more and more as you can.
Strongly agree, and that's what we're here for.
While you're eating pizza.
I can agree while eating pizza. You can't stop me. For the record, I was not told to do this. I just really wanted to eat the pizza.
She's literally eating the pizza while I'm sitting here being a really good host and not putting pizza in my mouth.
Sucks to be you.
Story of my life. Our next presenter got his big break co-starring with me in an internet commercial to help raise $1 million for charity in 2020. We thought we'd do him a huge favor and bring him back again for a little more exposure. Ladies.
Nice.
Let me go from that to wholesome. Here's an inspiring entrepreneur, family man, Canadian actor, and champion of all things John Candy. Your friendly neighborhood Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds.
Well, hi there, I'm Ryan Reynolds, and I'm presenting the award for Second Channel. This category is for games that allow you to get information from multiple sources at the same time. It's sort of like when you play Fortnite, you can identify where another player might be shooting you from hearing them shoot with directional audio, by seeing their muzzle flash, or those little little directional indicator thingy that pops up to like. Abilities. Blind gamers, deaf gamers, gamers with low vision or low hearing, because adding additional ways to tell you the same information ensures that you're on a level playing field with everyone else. So that being said, without further ado, here are the nominees.
And the nominees are... Before Your Eyes, Goodbye World Games, Skybound Games.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
Unpacking, Witchbeam, Humble Bundle. Guardians of the Galaxy. Eidos Montreal, Square Enix.
And the winner is Guardians of the Galaxy. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Améliane Chiasson, Accessibility Lead for Square Enix West, based out of Eidos, Montreal.
And I'm Jean-François Dugas, the Senior Creative Director on Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy at Eidos Montreal. Today, I want to give a big thank you to the Video Game Accessibility Awards and Able Gamers for this humbling recognition.
We also wanted to thank our dev team, champions, accessibility advocates who even made this award possible. Thank you to Marvel as well for encouraging us in this mission. Also, a huge congrats to the other nominees. Your work is very inspiring in this mission, and obviously gaming is for everyone, so congratulations to you as well.
And finally, a big thank you to you, all the fans around the world. Your love and passion for this game is truly rewarding. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
One thing that's very cool about this is the spotlight on all of the accessibility leads. I feel like there's people that you don't really see do interviews very often, and there are accessibility teams at a lot of AAA studios. It's really nice that they're actually like letting them be the ones to accept a lot of the awards. It's cool.
Yeah, I appreciate that it's not just them putting out the same spokesperson again and again. It's actually the people who care about accessibility and who are on the forefront fighting with the rest of us.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Steve, I do also have to ask, you did end up paying Ryan Reynolds his $28 million speaking fee, right?
You don't have to. It's not a.
That's
28 million. That's not a.
Not
right
great.
now, actually.
Can we afford to do the rest of the show?
Going to just avoid.
All right. Well,
players.
next up is one of my best friends and all-around soft boy crank gameplays. Ethan is a super versatile, award-winning content creator and one of our returning presenters. Also, before we get into this one, we did have a different approach to the acceptance speech for this one. You'll see. Here's Ethan.
Hi, my name is Ethan Nestor, or Crank Gameplays, and I am here to present the award for House Rules. House Rules is a category devoted to games that allow the players to make their own rules. This past year, one game really stood out in particular. It was an absolute worldwide phenomenon, and it always kept accessibility in mind to keep the players playing together and playing the way that they wanted. And so, our board unanimously decided on one single nominee. And that nominee and winner was a little game called Among Us. Among Us had tons of features inside of it, like built-in preset communication settings. You could customize your controller or keyboard and mouse settings. There were different roles and modes that you could apply to the game, so you could play it with your friends the way that you wanted to. But don't just take my word for it. Let's hear a little bit more about Among Us from V-Train. Sorry, LeVar, they made me say that.
So thank you for, coming to chat to us today. We have a category that was in last year's Accessibility Awards, which is called House Rules, which is specifically about allowing players to make their own rules. So we kind of wanted to ask you a couple of questions because you guys won last year. And yeah, we didn't actually include the category in this year's show. Steve, what was the reason for that?
You're downplaying it just a little bit. Like you could hype it up just a little bit.
He's technically correct. Yeah. So the reason that we didn't include it in this year's show is because the votes were 100% unanimous for Among Us, meaning that you 100% won. So
congratulations.
For the second year in a row, we chose not even to announce the nominees ahead of time because all votes went to Among Us. So the point of us bringing you here today is to say congratulations. You have once again won the House Rules category. With unanimous votes, meaning you did an incredible job. Congratulations.
That is wild. Okay.
So I kind of wanted to say, is there, of course, you are the community manager, like you said, you didn't necessarily design these features, but I thought it would be a cool opportunity to ask, have you seen people do some cool stuff. What's your favorite parts about House Rules? Like, do you have any insight to how it's been received by Among Us players since the game like really blew up in 2020?
Yeah, I mean, so the thing is, like, we launched new roles to the game recently, and those are also customizable in terms of like how many you can have and like the percentage chance of them appearing, and all of that. And it is one of the really cool things to just see the different kinds of ways that people take our game and play it and create their own house rules. I'm not sure if there's like a particular favorite that I have, honestly, just because now it's so varied, especially with the different roles, that it's hard to pinpoint. But it is something that it is still, like, we see it in our Discord. I see it on social where people are talking about how they change it up depending on like if they're playing it with their classroom, if they're playing it for a birthday party, if they're playing it with their family. It is really cool to see. And it's really cool that we 100% the votes.
100%. Yeah.
What is that?
Well, you know, I think
Go ahead. I rigged it.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, look, the reason I think you keep winning and why you got 100% this year is because there's very few games that allow you to matchmake with a group of like-minded individuals, let alone people that have the same abilities, or to be able to make sure that those abilities are accounted for in the options. And when it comes to Among Us, you're able to enable things, or some things like the symbols that are put on wires that, you know, everyone kind of just glossed over like it was no big deal, but it's a huge accessibility feature that's just baked right into the game. Do you sort of have some thoughts on, you know, how that's been as the community manager, like getting to see the disability community be able to play with various disabilities?
Victoria, I feel like this is the point where I should tell you that I am recording this and it will be in the show. Really sprung that on you. However, I will let you watch this back before we include it.
I did not know this.
I will let you watch this back before we include it. We couldn't tell you ahead of time, or it would have ruined us telling you that you won the award.
Yeah.
We tried to figure out how to do that. I will send you an edit of this first, though, so that you can actually watch it.
Oh, now I feel like I should have been like way more put together.
No, it's more exciting this way. Also, you know, it's fine.
I told her she looked like a college kid doing this.
He did say that right before you joined. Yeah.
So no, the general question though was just simply, you know, the reason that Among Us continues to win is because it does include so many different options for so many different people with disabilities that have varying ranges of abilities. You know, obviously it's something that means a lot to that community. How does it feel to sort of sit in your chair as community manager and really view that from the top down?
Honestly, genuinely amazing. And I say this with like an asterisk, because like as cool as it is that we won 100%, like 100% of the votes and all of that, I do still want to caveat that there's still work to be done, and I don't think we're perfect, and the team is like aware of this too, right? Like we do want to add like more colorblind accessibility features and other things like that, but seeing like the reception to it and seeing people being able to play, and especially from my position in community, the fact that I get to like read a lot of the stories of people coming together and saying that, oh, like there's finally a game that they can play with their family and their friends, and like the tasks are simple enough that, you know, a lot of even people who aren't gamers or whatever they label themselves as can play and enjoy it, is really cool to me. So yeah, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to the team. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, you're doing an amazing job, and we just felt like this one was extra special because, of course, it was our only award that had 100% unanimous votes. And I can strongly agree with it, and definitely appreciate it's a conversation Steve and I have been having a lot. The push to continue, because it does require the community to tell you what they need, and then you to listen to that feedback and take it to the team. And I think accessibility is something that should be ongoing, that currently a lot of studios are treating as like, whatever we have on launch is it. And I think that we should be treating it as something that can evolve the same way we treat a million other things, or bug fixes even, like they can evolve. Why can we not treat accessibility the same way? So the team is doing a fantastic job. Congratulations on winning. Sorry for springing this on you in this way.
She's not sorry. She's not sorry at all.
I love to watch you suffer.
You know, it's okay. We've made a lot of people suffer playing Among Us, so
every time I get an imposter, I cry. So thanks for that. I still feel bad about that.
I feel like you don't though. Like I can't get. I feel like nothing has changed about you at all.
Yeah, Steve, you aware that there's like progressively more and more pizza boxes behind you Who's doing that?
I don't think there are. It's a stagnant set. We're just sitting here in a living room and shooting video. I feel like because if you're gonna talk about changes, like, are you aware that your sequin dress is now a pizza?
Sequin dress?
Yeah. You were wearing a dress earlier. It was blue, so it matched my
Definitely
shirt
been wearing this the whole time.
I don't think I was.
I live by the pizza, I die by the pizza, Steve, okay? That's my motto. I always say that.
That's gonna be a meme. Can't wait for that one.
I
All
text
right.
you that all the time. Come
Yeah,
on.
if you say so, meme lord, whatever. I think the great thing to talk about with with House Rules there is how it's just one of many patterns that are available on Accessible.games, the place where we got our inspiration for all of these categories. You can go check it out right now. It's a free resource available by Able Gamers, and that's where we got a lot of this from. But it's specifically because we wanted to honor a category where people could choose to play together on as even of a playing ground as possible. So even if I'm really good at Killer and Alana's very good at Dying, we can play together.
What? By what logic?
What?
You're so rude.
But listen,
I'm being bullied.
Only one of us is currently draped in pepperoni. It's not me. So
I don't know what you're talking about. Live by the pizza, die by the pizza. Thank you, Pizza Hut. We appreciate you. You did a great job.
Oh, man, we'll never live this down. Okay, anyway, our next presenter goes by No Hands NZ. I said that right. I'm so proud of myself. And runs No Hands, No Excuses because he has no hands. Why you felt like you needed to put that on the prompter. He is a content creator, motivational Twitch partner, and really likes making fun of Alana for being Australian.
It's true. Goddamn Kiwis.
Kia ora, folks. It is an absolute honour to be back for the Video Game Accessibility Awards once again. I am Humphrey Hanley, aka No Hands NZ, and I play video games with no hands, all while advocating for greater accessibility and inclusion for everyone. Which is why it gives me great pleasure to present the award for one of my most used accessibility features, remapping. Remapping is a category for games that allow players to change their button layouts on a controller or adjust their keyboard and mouse controls for a customized input that caters to how they like to play. Remapping is critical for players with physical and cognitive disabilities because it allows buttons to be mapped to a position that is easier to reach or makes the game possible to play in the first place. Without further ado, here are your nominees.
And the nominees are Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Insomniac Games, Sony Interactive Entertainment. It Takes Two, Hazelight Studios Electronic Arts.
All right. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, Square Enix.
And the winner of the remapping category is Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Congratulations.
We are honored to have Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker win the 2021 Video Game Accessibility Award for remapping. It is important to us to make games accessible to as many players as possible, and we are glad to have been able to evolve the game throughout the years based on the helpful feedback from our community. We look forward to finding new ways to bring further accessibility to Final Fantasy XIV Online in the future. Thank you all so much.
That game rules.
Wait, where did the pizza? I don't.
It's right here.
What's happening?
It's literally right here.
I don't understand what's going on here. I don't.
Are you okay?
I'm not sure. I think I may be delirious from pizzaism. I don't know.
No, pizza is only good for you. We only say positive.
I need 2 bacon on bacon quarter-pound double cheeseburgers.
Coming right up.
Can someone grab more bacon?
We're gonna need more of that tangy smoke sauce.
Order up.
Sonic bacon on bacon quarter-pound double cheeseburger.
It was considered outlandish. It was considered to be annoying when disabled people would reach out and say, hey, remapping's really important. Now it's standard, and now it's something that we all look forward to in video games, no matter our abilities.
It is very important for me personally. I was only able to play Sifu because they have remapping. I have tendonitis in both my wrists. That is my particular accessibility issue where any rapid button tapping is extremely painful for me, and I will just get slow and bad and have to ice my wrists, and eventually they will kind of lock up. I've had to wear wrist braces for months. And it makes it difficult to play video games, which sucks. I can't play most fighting games these days. I have a lot of trouble with Guitar Hero, or anything that I can't remap. Anything that I can't remap that middle button from rapid tapping. That's why like holds are really important instead of mashes as well. So it's definitely something that's very important to me, and definitely appreciate all of the nominees and a lot of other games that weren't featured in the nominees list, obviously, who've done a really good job. I believe that It Takes Two did a really good job with remapping as well. So very important, like Steve said. Thank you.
That's right. Next year, fight for our love, companies. Get your game accessible. Maybe you'll be able to be sponsored by a pizza.
You could be on this show.
Could be.
Good dream.
Could be. I don't understand. How did you get back in the dress, though? I don't understand. That's not. I don't know what you're talking about. Explain this to me.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. But seriously, we're like well over halfway through the categories at this point. Where is Zach? Can we check in on him again? Is he getting closer at least?
Oh, the cute little spaceman. I finally feel safe here. I just feel like nothing bad can happen here. Did any of you little spacemen order a spicy Hawaiian chicken pizza? Oh shit, they've got lasers too. Oh god! Oh no! Even these cute little spacemen are murderers? How could a murderer be so adorable? Emergency meeting! It's pizza time! And also there's a dead body. Okay, well maybe I'll just slide this pizza into a vent then?
He's never gonna make it, is he?
No, he's in space for the second time, I guess.
A little sus, if you ask me.
Yeah, he went on a Halo and then went to a dungeon, and now he's in a space station. Again, supposed to be delivering pizzas to nominees and award winners.
Yeah, I feel like somehow that got lost in the script, and so did he.
Maybe that's my fault. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm really sorry, everybody. I know that you wanted to see Zach very specifically. You were all asking for it all over social media for him to deliver pizza to the studios. We're really sorry.
Pizza delivery, yeah.
It was everywhere. It trended. It was viral. We're very sorry we let you down.
Thanks again, Rock, for getting that going. You know, the only thing I'm thankful for here is we haven't had to endure Alana's robotic voice this year, and that makes me happy as we come towards the end of the show.
Thank you, Steve. The nominees are...
Gosh darn it.
I could do it.
You promised me you weren't going to do that.
I did all the nominee speeches for last year by myself, but in different accents because it made Steve uncomfortable. I'm going to bring it back next year.
Understatement.
Can we make that trend too, next to Where is Zach Anna?
Please don't make that trend.
Make it happen.
No, our next presenter is a YouTube streamer who's very well known for hitting impossible sniper shots, being a family man, and doing huge charity streams every year. He's a content creator who shows that it's possible to get the bag while also looking out for others. Here is Dr. Lupo.
Hey everybody, Dr. Lupo here, and I am presenting the award for input reduction. This award is for games that allow players to reduce the amount of times they have to press certain buttons or click their mice or hit certain keys on their keyboards. Basically, it gives you the ability to do more than one thing with one button at a time, thus reducing the input needed to successfully complete tasks in games. This shouldn't be confused with remapping, which lets you swap where buttons are. Input reduction is all about making sure you can press buttons less often. Input reduction is especially important for players with any upper limb disabilities, any cognitive disability, or any disability where automating tasks can enable us to play more comfortably or for longer. Very important. Now here are the nominees.
And the nominees are... Before Your Eyes, Goodbye World Games, Skybound Game. Fights in tight spaces. Ground Shatter Mode 7 games. Escape from Tarkov. Battle State games.
And the winner is Before Your Eyes. Congratulations.
Hello. On behalf of the team, I want to say that this award and this event means so much to us. Fixing accessibility problems is a question of creativity, and we really believe that more imagination and more experimentation means wider accessibility for games and for society. Developers, I really encourage you to try new things and to talk to and consult with people with disabilities as a part of your process. If we keep doing these things, then the future of gaming is going to be a good one.
I actually met some of the members of the team from Goodbye World and at DICE, and they were so passionate about accessibility. It was really cool to talk to them about it, and to see them win is also awesome.
Fixing accessibility is a matter of creativity. I feel like that needs to be put on a bumper sticker or a plaque, or like that was actually great. As Alana said earlier, we did not view these videos ahead of time to get honest reactions, and that is amazing. I love that quote, and I think it's something we should live by here.
Yeah, I strongly agree. It's also input reduction is another one that's really important to me. It makes my life a lot easier if I can reduce the amount of inputs. Like I said, any button mashing is a problem, so they did it in a very creative way. If you haven't played that game, it's very unique. Basically, you can advance things by blinking. It's very cool, and Steve, we spoke about this earlier. It's basically like taking something that is an accessibility option, but making it this creative, fun mechanic at the same time. Accessibility doesn't have to be boring.
Not at all.
Be cool.
It can be fun. It can be full of pizza. It can be a giant award show.
We got you. Next up is one of the sweetest streamers I've ever collaborated with, and this year's featured VTuber. Tiffany Witcher is an award-winning streamer, accessibility advocate, and consultant, and voice actor. Here's Tiffany.
Good time zone, my friends. I'm Tiffany Witcher, and I'm known as the Charity Witch on Twitch. I'm a charity streamer, accessibility advocate, consultant, and voice actor. I am presenting the award for Improved Precision. This category is for recognizing the games that allow you to customize mouse and controller sensitivity. Improved Precision is especially important for players with disabilities who may need slower, faster, or more precise movement to move the camera in-game. Here are the nominees.
And the nominees are Chivalry 2, Torn Banner Studios, Tripwire Interactive. Far Cry 6, Ubisoft Toronto, Ubisoft. Back for Blood, Turtle Rock Studios, Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment.
Rumor is they found it. And the winner is Far Cry 6.
Hi, I'm David Khavari, Narrative Director on Far Cry 6. I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of the teams at Ubisoft Toronto and Ubisoft Kiev, who played a central role in making Far Cry 6 the most accessible game in the Far Cry franchise. Our hearts go out to our Ukrainian colleagues, their families, and loved ones during this unthinkable war. We stand with our teams in Ukraine. Thank you for creating these awards to recognize the work of developers across our industry to make games more accessible to more players.
I respect the hell out of that.
Same.
I did not know he was going to do that, and that is awesome. Obviously, shout out to Ukraine. That's awesome.
I love the awesome reactions we get here, managing to straddle both the worlds that matter to us most.
Yeah.
Also, like to shout out to the production team for managing to show the one clip where I got slaughtered in Chivalry. Thanks, production team.
Yeah, show the one clip. Yeah.
The one clip.
Yeah,
that
just
never
that one
happens
time.
to me.
No.
Ever. I've never lost in a video game, legitimately, ever.
Never one time. Everyone else is always cheating.
Every time. It's really weird, especially when I'm playing solitaire. It's so strange. So our next presenter is known as Chris. He is the one who has been providing the ASL on DeafGamersTV. Hopefully you've tuned in there as well. He is a accessibility reviewer, consultant, plus an amazing content creator. Chris has been live this entire time through his Twitch channel, and you better have been following him there. So if you haven't done so yet, go do it now.
I did also want to mention that the VO for this particular segment we had done by somebody that you might know. It is Roger Clark, who voices Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2. So here is Chris.
Now available now.
Hello, my name is Chris. You may know me as DeafGamersTV. What am I doing? I'm presenting the award for clear text. What's that? That's when a game let us change text size for captions, subtitles, and UI-like menus. Also for games that let you change colors for subtitles, background, and sometimes let you add effect, like blurs or shadows, so you can even see it with white snowy background in-game. That's what clear text is. Clear text is particularly important for deaf players, players with low vision, color deficiencies, and/or learning disabilities, like dyslexia. Here we go. Here are the nominees.
And the nominees are Boyfriend Dungeon, Kit Fox Games. Loop Hero, 4 Quarters, Devolver Digital. Halo Infinite, 343 Industries, Xbox Game Studios.
To win! To be a Spartan!
And the winner is... It's Halo Infinity! Yay!
Hi, my name is Paige, and I'm a technical UX designer here at 343 Industries. I'm incredibly honored to be here today to accept this award on behalf of my team. A huge thanks to my team and all of my colleagues that worked so hard on making our text clear and accessible. A huge thanks to Alana, Steve, Able Gamers, and everyone that's here today to celebrate accessibility in gaming. We're incredibly grateful for the feedback and partnership that we've had with the gaming and disability community to make our user interface and our game more accessible. We're excited to continue on our journey to improve. Thank you.
A huge congrats to Halo Infinite for winning 2 awards this year.
What a collaboration too between our presenters there. That was neat actually.
Yeah, I was so stoked to get to do that, to ask Roger Clark to provide VO for Chris, who is obviously doing awesome work for us. Please go follow Chris, everybody. He's awesome. Was very, very cool. Like I said, Arthur Morgan, Red Dead Redemption 2 was so neat to, I don't know, have so many people be a part of this whole show. And we are actually at the end. Those are all of our winners this year. So thank you, everybody at home, for watching. We appreciate you. An enormous thank you to our partners at Pizza Hut for making this so much bigger. If you saw last year's show, I was literally in my kitchen with a green screen behind me. And now I'm in a real room. You know it's not a green screen because I got the pizza off the wall. There's pizza here.
Really got to talk about getting more pizza next year. No, it was great. I'm really glad we were able to do this yet again.
Hang on, Steve, there's somebody at the door. Just give me a second.
All right, I'll see you then. When do I get paid? I guess I'm not being paid.
I can't.
So who was that?
I don't. You know, so that was Zach Anna. Showed up just here in person. He did bring me more pizza. So this actually has a pizza in it. I thought that he was going to eat the whole thing. He made it to set, just not the right set.
I mean, he technically did deliver a pizza, which is what we paid him to do. So technically, he's got you.
Okay, you're right. Maybe we should pay him after all.
Yeah. Oh, wait, we did? Crap.
We'll get to that. But really, thank you all so much for watching. Steve, I did cut you off to answer the door.
Yeah, well, you're kind of rude, so I'm used to
I
that.
apologize for that.
Yeah. We appreciate everybody out there who helped out with accessibility, everybody who was a part of the show. Thank you to our sponsors, and thank you so much for everybody who made this happen this year. It was amazing, and I'm glad we were able to do it again. My special thanks to Alana Pierce. Despite all of our bravado on the internet and joking with each other, she is an amazing human who cares a lot about accessibility. So make sure that you give her the props and the follows and pizza coupons.
Yeah, I'm okay. I've got all the pizza I need, but yeah, thank you. We of course, like, this is our second year. There are things that we would want to change and do differently that we will keep iterating on in terms of categories and nominees and how we approach all of that stuff for a bigger and better show. So thank you for watching. Thank you to everybody at Real Good Touring for helping us put this all together, and to Pizza Hut, and to you, Steve, and the audience. We'll see you next year.
Bye.
Bye.